Not too long ago, I had a chance to go to Hawaii with my family on a vacation, which I highly recommend. Going to Hawaii, that is, not necessarily going with my family, unless you're prepared for something extraordinarily weird. And we went to Maui, which is a beautiful, beautiful island. And before we left, we bought a book, being your typical tourists. Thought, well, okay, we need to know our way around. So we bought your average looking tourist book. It turned out to be a really, really incredible book. It was called Maui Revealed. And the guy who wrote it actually lived on Maui for some number of years before he actually produced the book. So he had lived on the island, done the things, seen the tourist sites, and he filled the book with all these little extras, these little things that went beyond the touristy type of stuff. The very first day we were there, the very first full day, we got up early in the morning to go see Haleakala, which is a volcanic crater on top of this huge mountain on East Maui. And there was a note that this guy said about go up in the morning and see the sunrise over Haleakala, but on your way down the mountain, there's a little parking lot and a little side road off to the right. And there's nothing extraordinary about this other than a little sign that says Lookout Point. There's not a lot of fanfare. There's no big glorious, hey, come over here and look at this kind of effect. Just a little bitty sign. But you really need to go see this. Okay, well, we'll give it a shot. So we, on our way back down the mountain, pull off on this little parking lot and start walking down this little trail. It's about 1/8 of a mile or so. And after maybe 100 yards, I'm thinking this is looking like a waste of time. Because the view was basically the same view we had from the road, down the mountain. Yes, gorgeous view of the bay and all the way down the side of the mountain on East Maui, but nothing extraordinary. And then we went around this little corner. And when you turned the corner, it brought you up to an observation post. And like that, the view changed. Around this corner, it revealed this magnificent panorama of the interior of the Haleakala crater. It was breathtaking. Impossible to describe with words how dramatically the scene changed from the beautiful view down the side of the mountain to this unbelievable view inside the crater. And had we not had this little book, we would have completely missed it. Well, the book was filled with stuff like that. There were little coves for snorkeling and places to go, banana bread stores that were off the road. Go here to see Julia's banana bread store. And it was basically a little shack that she had set up on the side of the road. That was incredibly good banana bread. We'd never have seen these things if we hadn't had this little book that gave us these little hints. My feeling is that as a Christian, part of my job is not to take God to the people. God's already there. God doesn't need to be taken to East Africa, or he doesn't need to be taken to New Orleans or taken to Kentucky. He's already there. I feel like my job is to say to somebody else, hey, if you go down this little path right here, you're not going to want to miss it. There's something really cool. But it's just a little bit off the path. And you're going to be so amazed at what you see. Just trust me on this and go down this little path. For me, that's much of what being a Christian is all about. Is not trying to convince someone that they can't see God, that they haven't seen God, that they don't know God, that they're doomed without God, regardless of the truth of any of those things. That my job is to say, psst, take a right turn, right up here, because I did, and I was absolutely blown away by what I saw. Maybe that can happen for you too.